Pleat your ponytail and pull it tight. Mark the defender and keep it tight. Welcome to the Burnie Podcast.
So in today's episode, not only are we celebrating Women and Girls Week in sport, we've got under-10s girls coach Lucy Hamilton on the podcast this week, our youngest guest so far and first female guest on the podcast, and hopefully not the last.
Absolutely. Before that, Jared, how was your week of football? How did the O9s get on?
Right, I'll let you guess the score and I'll say higher or lower till you get there.
5-0.
Higher.
8-0.
Higher.
10-0.
Higher.
13-0.
13-1.
13-1.
There you go.
So, and who was that against again?
That was against Tynecastle. Well, I was maybe not going to name them there, but yeah, Tynecastle.
Tynecastle. Yeah. Well, you'd be proud of that result then.
Aye, definitely. Our front three were sent to us that they had 19 goal contributions between them, which is...
That's pretty impressive. Like.
Yeah, what about yourself?
Unfortunately, we were in the second round of the Scottish Cup and we went out 6-0 to Castlevale. It was a bit disappointing. We can't fault the boys. I think it was just a step up. If you want to, they were a different level. But it was great. It was a great experience for the boys. Yeah. They played as best they could, but just wasn't quite the result that we'd hoped for, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. But obviously the seniors as well, away to Leith and pick up a 3-1 win.
Yeah.
So it's good that they're still picking up 3 points.
I know, brilliant, especially away from home. But I don't know what we say about the home performances, but
it's those ones that we need.
I know it is. I think we've only won once at home with a new pitch. Just Bathgate Thistle, isn't it?
Yeah, the Bathgate match.
So hopefully we'll get the next one. We've not got any games this weekend, do we?
No, we're off this week because it's the cup games.
Ah, right.
So the boys will have a week to themselves. I wonder if they'll be up Loch Lomond or something like
that. Quite possibly. Loch Lomond certainly seems to be quite popular these days. Maybe find the Whitburn manager up there as well. Ex-manager, so should
no, he's at Hart Hill now.
He's at Hart Hill now.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent, good. But yeah, talking of the Leith Athletic one, I think was it 3-1 it finished?
Aye, 3-1.
3-1. It was good to see Blair Gallagher getting man of the match with some fantastic saves. I want to get him back in the podcast. There's a couple of questions I'll have to ask him. But I've also seen literally today that he's just been nominated for SM Media Player of the Week for his performance against Leith. So
it's becoming a recurring theme with that.
It is.
We've got a good community as well, so our players win it every time because it's just like everyone's
voting,
voting for it. So
it's good to see.
But obviously that win puts us into the promotion spots in third place. Puts us level on points with Edinburgh South and our good friends over at Armadale leading the way with they're 4 points above us, I'm sure.
Just only 4.
Just the 4, but it's been some climb back because I think they've been top for the majority of it. So like getting it back to 4, we want to try and keep it there or try and match it and go ahead.
Yeah. No, that is great to see that they're actually in the promotion places and the only ways up at the moment, certainly based on the current performance.
Yeah, but obviously as we mentioned, just moving on. We are celebrating Women and Girls Week in sport, so there's no better way to kick things off than giving a wee shout out to the girls soccer school. Yeah,
every Thursday at the Blackburn Partnership Centre, our feisty 5 to 7 year olds bring energy, giggles and plenty of hugs as they learn the beautiful game. Led by the brilliant Sophie and Imogen, this group is all about fun, friendship and early development. Each season, the oldest of the class transition up to our under-8s and continue their footballing adventures at the Purdy Worldwide Community Stadium. We're currently recruiting for Sunday coaches to take this team to the local 4v4 and 5v5 tournaments, so it's a perfect opportunity to support the next generation of female footballers. If you love football and want to make a difference, please do get in touch. Let's keep growing the game together.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to speak to you as well, because I know that we've only got one goal of the week submission, which I'll ask you about in a moment. But one thing you don't know, good news to you, we've also just launched our Facebook page, separate to the Blackburn community page. So we've got our own Facebook page now, so get down. I've already posted all the first 9 episodes, and Lucy will hopefully be there with our 10th episode. So we'll hopefully get some shorts and stuff up there. So please drop us a like and follow the page on Facebook. We'll put a link in the description down the bottom. But yeah, goal of the week.
Goal of the week. So the only goal of the week submission is actually me saving the day, I think. We had a penalty in the game. I recorded it, and apparently that's been the only submission. So just getting a wee bit serious here though, but we do need more submissions, because as we keep saying, we're trying to, as we're doing this week, we're trying to expose the girls' game. And again, it's back to the 2009 boys, who have already had their exposure, won the Scottish Cup. Your team are getting exposure on at the first team as well.
We want to get
so if you're watching it, just pull your phone out so you can get a couple of goals, or send us your video clips, and we'll put it on. But we'll stick Lewis's penalty up there now.
And we'll do that.
Guys.
So we're going to welcome Lucy onto the podcast just now. No better person for me than to talk to about the girls' side of the club, and also Women in Sport Week as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the podcast, Lucy.
Thanks for having me.
Fresh from the training pitch. It was very wet and damp outside. Is this your preferred weather? You like playing out in the rain?
No. I have to have the hood up, the ties tied back.
I did notice the girls are certainly making a lot of noise this evening.
Always
they
do.
certainly didn't seem to mind the rain at all.
Oh, they never do. It's their favourite.
That's a bit of a difference, especially if our 2011's absolutely. Well, a couple of them do like the rain, but most of them not a fan of the rain.
Not at all.
No, you guys.
No, we didn't mind.
You don't mind?
No,
No,
definitely. I mind. I'm the guy that's sitting there like that. Everyone just gets on with it.
Fair enough. Right, well, let's start right back at the beginning, Lucy. What are your earliest memories of football? Was it playing in the garden, watching the TV, or kicking a ball around at school?
I always went and watched my dad play football. My dad was still playing at that point, so I would go along on a Sunday and watch his team play. And he was alright.
Who did he play for then, remind us?
He played for Burnside when I was at that age, so they gave me a jumper, it was wee pink one, it had the badge and everything on it, and then they basically just put me in football from there and said, batter in.
Brilliant.
Fair enough, definitely. Well, growing up, were you always kind of football mad after that experience, or was there other hobbies that were in and around that as well?
Well, I danced and I've done swimming lessons and played football, so I was busy. But yeah, I always liked football.
Yeah, and it was football that really caught your attention and,
Mhm.
and kept you involved in it.
Yeah.
Have you kept any of the other, the dancing or the swimming or anything up? It's always just been back to the football's always
Yeah,
been the point. So you've got a big family, mostly girls I hear.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in that kind of household? Were you the sporty one? Was there everybody else sporty? Or was it very competitive? How was it?
It was good. So my middle sister Sky, she's 2 years younger than me, and then Evie's 10 years, so it is a big bit of a gap. But I'm the sporty one, and Evie's obviously coming up to be sporty. But we're all competitive about different things. Sky's competitive about clothes. She doesn't like stealing her clothes. Whole faff. And Evie's competitive about football. It's football, football, football. Always bickering. Always an argument at some point in my house.
And do you think she takes after you with that?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. We're like the same person.
Fair enough. So obviously, like, your experience into football was obviously through Burnside, but what was your kind of first steps into, like, joining a team and all that sort of stuff? What tell us, like, how it all started.
So I started at Whitburn in 2016, and I played Fun 4, Fun 5s there for 2 years, and then I met some friends at school and they were playing for Blackburn, and they were like, oh, you should come to us. So I went along and I joined the Blackburn under 12s and just played for them since 2018 right up until 2022.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And how would you compare the girls' sides from both Blackburn and Whitburn, not in terms of ability, just in terms of the setup and like how much is actually put into it?
I loved obviously both of them. Started very early at Whitburn where we played inside, so we're in the academy in the big hall at the bottom. But Whitburn don't have like a 3G pitch or the facilities that Blackburn have. So it's like they're all training at King George's now at the big grass pitches down the bottom, whereas we're on the 3G, and they still put up a really, really good challenge, but very, very different comparing the facilities and environments that they're in.
So do you still play yourself in a team, or are you solely on coaching now? I know you do a lot. You've got your studies as well.
I play 5-a-side for Kick Mental Health through in Livingston.
Excellent.
So I play on a Monday, and then we've started to play some friendlies at 9-a-side, 11-a-side. So I get through them when I'm not working. But yeah, really, really good. I'm starting to mix between if I'm going back or not.
Yeah. So certainly, but I guess with the coach, did you always imagine yourself going into coaching, or do you think Evie had a part to play in that?
Evie had a big part to play in it. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't really see myself as a coach. I was always solely focused on playing from that age, and then once I turned 16 and Evie was playing and I got dragged in, I never got back out.
Was it Donna that dragged you in to start with?
Yes. So we were at Roxburn one morning and I was playing in the afternoon, so I was like, I'll go along and I'll watch Evie play in the morning, and Donna was running short. She was running rings around herself. She was like, I need somebody to come on and run the second team. So I came on and Evie had said, my big sister will do it, she's on the side. So there Donna's over and she's dragging me onto that pitch, and I was like, oh, do I need to? But then I was stuck with me, and I never left them.
Yeah, I know. It's mental how I never considered myself, and I still don't consider myself a coach. But once you get involved in it, you can't see yourself.
You don't want to let them down.
You don't want to let them down.
I mean?
It's that sense of duty.
Was that kind of like your thought process into either the playing or the coaching? Like, how did that kind of work?
It was. I first coached out in Barcelona for my team when we went out there. I was injured, so I didn't play, so I was just coaching on the sideline with my coach Stephen, and I started to get the rhythm in there, and then I came back and Donna obviously offered the coaching at the under 8s, so then I took on there, and it stuck with me. They're like my wee family.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So you've talked about Evie. Is she as sporty as you, do you think? Yes, definitely. Do you always see yourself as having, I think I've seen there's examples of you winning several gala day races.
Yep.
Do you think you were always as quick? I think speed's your secret weapon, and has Evie got that speed as well?
Evie's not got the speed, no. She's not fast, but she can play a pass. That's the difference between our playing styles. Evie's very much a defensive kind of midfielder. I was out on a wing or a striker because I could run a lot faster, but she's got the play, like the vision where she can play a pass somewhere, and it's a player's just got to run onto it, which is good because the wingers in my team, they're very, very small, but they're all quite quick. So Evie plays the ball long, or my other defenders, they play it up high, and they're all bursting onto it and they're scoring some goals when they can get it on their right foot. They don't like that left foot. No,
I don't think anybody does now. But obviously, like you talked about, you tried the swimming, the dancing, obviously you're kind of pushing the football as well, but like what was that, both in the playing and the coaching, what was the moment that kind of spoke to you and said, like, yes, this is like what I want to do? Was there any like coaches that inspired you, or was like a memorable goal or a tournament?
Barcelona really, really done it for me. So we went out there in 2022 and we won it out there. My team were incredible. Every coach I've had, they've been nothing but the greatest. Like I've obviously had Norrie, I've had Stephen, Jim through at Whitburn, Chelsea. They've all been like incredible. They've all had different styles, but they adapt it to how the team work. So I moved up with my team right from under 12s, and then we merged together, and then we went right through to the under 18s. So it was, yeah, everything really just stuck. If I look back now, Barcelona is definitely one of those that grasped me in, and I've really stuck to it with coaching and really pushed me on, yeah.
Aye.
Oh, good stuff. Good
Those are
stuff.
those key moments that you kind of look back on and go, aye, that was the catalyst
Yep.
for it.
I think as well, like in a lot of other sports, like you don't really get that. Whereas like if you are going to get in another sport, you need to be like that level. Like I've got two friends who dance, and they've been to like America and Orlando to do that, but that's because they're like at the very top of that
Yeah.
scale. Whereas like in football, like you can go and book a tournament like that, any level, any age sort of thing.
Yeah,
do you know what I
that's
mean?
good.
So-
It is available to kind of everybody. Everybody's got that kind of possibility. I know it's good to hear that kind of stories. But yeah, what you just spoke there about Norrie. What he's been on this podcast, of course, but what was it like being coached with Norrie? What lessons from him kind of stuck with you?
I steal Norrie's drills all the time.
do you know what? I literally was watching you guys training at the top and Norrie was at the bottom, and I've got a photograph on my phone because I was watching his drill and I went, I'm going to use that with the 2011.
I steal it all the time. I always say coaches are the greatest thieves.
And I'm starting to understand why.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
It's about
All
how
the
you
time.
it's about how you put your twist on it as well. Like,
Exactly,
the way
put
you
your own
deliver it.
style on it and how you deliver
Like
it.
obviously,
is key.
like for me as well, like one thing I kind of spoke about was like even like because I'm in like the business space as well. I even take things off my competitors, but I always say like, see the way I'm going to deliver that, that's what's going to make me better than them, sort of thing. So I think it's all about that. Eh?
Yeah,
but
your
we're definitely everyone's a thief, 100%.
Well, we're all sharing. We're all part of the same
Yep.
family. We're trying to, at the end of the day, we're trying to make sure that these people learn football and enjoy their football
Yeah,
in a safe space,
yeah.
which is good.
So obviously on here, you've spoke about obviously you're a Rangers fan. Obviously like me being a Rangers fan as well, it's been hard growing up with Rangers, but has there been anybody like on the men's or the women's side that's kind of inspired you and you could say like, oh like that's my hero?
Apart from your dad, obviously.
I love watching Nicola Docherty play. We went to the Rangers v Celtic game, the women's one, just a couple of weeks ago, and she played, and I think she's just so creative out on that side, and it's really, really nice to watch. I really like her. The men's team's tough now. I don't know if I could pick right now. All just as rubbish as each other.
You know, it was interesting. I was at that same match, the Rangers Celtic match, and it was heartbreaking because Donna is Celtic,
Oh, she's Celtic daft.
and obviously you're Rangers, and to see my daughter who obviously plays for your team, and she was like, she didn't know which way to go. She literally didn't know which way to go because
Yeah.
she's like, oh, Lucy's going that way.
Because obviously she became a Celtic fan through her friends and not
Yeah.
just
And
following
there's-
Rangers.
So yeah, it was.
Donna's walking about with that big 4-leaf clover hat on her head and putting face paints up
and
everybody's
I think
face.
that's what, I think it was the face paints actually that sold it for.
Probably. Evie
Kelly.
walked away with face paint up her face as well. And I was like, good job it was blue though, so it's fine.
Oh, it's unreal.
So how would you see you've been in women's football for quite a while now. How have you actually seen how it's changed compared to when you first started? Has there been a huge growth in visibility, or has it changed how young girls see football even now?
I would say so, yeah. When I started, there was like a full pathway to Blackburn, which you don't see at many clubs. Like they had the women's team back then, and then obviously the women's team moved away to Livingston and done all the shift. But yeah, it's a massive change. Like it was obviously growing when I was there because then Blackburn expanded the girls' side very big, and then it's like still changing every single day. The girls that come to training are looking at the under 12s and they know those girls because they go to school with them, and they're walking by like they're local celebrities, like waving, hi guys, hi. I'm just like, you all know each other, and before you wouldn't walk past another team and say hello because you don't know who they are. So they're all getting to know each other, and it's not all about just who's winning what, it's them making friendships.
Brilliant. Do you know what, I don't know if it maybe needs, because I certainly don't understand some of the differences with the women's football in terms of, you guys don't do it like us in terms of seasons, or we've always got 2009s or you guys are under 10s.
Yes.
And your season is like January to December normally, or calendar years, or how do you guys do it?
It goes in quarters, so
it
it's
goes in
like
quarters.
January to March, and then April to June, and then August until October, and then November until
And is it still
December.
the same like league tables and that
Yeah,
throughout those quarters?
so it gets, you've got Division A, B and C. So C is like your newly formed under 10, sorry, that are just starting off at 7-a-side, or teams that aren't doing so well in the Bs or the As. The Bs kind of like the in between, so your second year on like 2016s, 2015s that are playing, and then your As like the top. So they're all playing advanced. I say advanced. I don't know how to put it.
Like intermediate?
Yeah. They've played longer, play like prolonged football, if you kind of get what I mean. But yeah, it does work. You can shift about each quarter. So it's, if you're doing really well, say the second division, the second quarter, you're moving up to the B division, but you can go back down. So you submit like a Microsoft form at the end of the quarter to see how you're going, and you just pick one.
Ah, right.
And
okay.
does your points go across, or is it like
No,
obviously under 10s they won't have points?
There's no points. It's they don't keep track of scores or anything. It's just how they play. And then you submit a match report after every one just to say how was the opposition and how did the game go. They keep scores just to like, if the coach keeps the scores, then it reflects on how the team's doing, and then if the committee see that this team's doing really well, then they'll move them up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That
definitely.
makes sense.
Well, I was gonna ask you at one point about your opportunity. You know, how did it come about to be a coach at Blackburn, which obviously you've touched on. I think that's a great story, by the way, just getting dragged in. But like, just touch on that a wee bit then. Like, how did it go? Like, were you nervous? Were you kind of all over the place, or did you surprise everybody and go and get like a 10-0 win? Like, how did it go?
Did you have to go and get your coach's badges first, or
Like, just
It
go.
was just like a one-off kind of thing. I was in my Blackburn strip and ready to go to my game after it, so nobody like suspected anything. They just thought, oh, you're Evie's big sister, you're just going on to stand there and change the subs. But I was really, really nervous, and once that they all came in, they all knew who I was, because Evie's like, this is my big sister Lucy, and so everybody knew who I was. They were all fine with me, and they all just played their game. It doesn't really affect them at that age. They're just playing the
They're still
same kind of
gelling.
football.
they're still gelling?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I suppose they look up to you as a big sister, really.
Yeah, I'm all their big sisters. They all come in, they just give me hugs. They all wind me up.
So, can you tell us about the team itself, their personalities, and kind of what's it like to see them kind of develop?
There's so many big personalities in there, so many. Some are really, really funny, and some are big drama queens, and we've got the quieter ones, which they're slowly coming out of their shells. Takes a while, but they're slowly coming there, and it's hard. It is hard, especially when I'm on my own. Donna probably feels it on a Monday as well, but they're all shouting the same things at you, and it's Lucy, 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 Lucy this, and I'm like, guys, it's held in 2 minutes, and I'll just explain the drill for you. But they're always up and raring to go. They're very, very noisy, but yeah, really, really big personalities. I mean, it's matching my energy. I have to match their energy most days.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Aye, it's what you want.
kinda
It's what you want though, because the last thing you'd want is to go out there and put all your effort into something, and the group's kind of
Yeah.
standing like that. Do you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's good that way.
Well, and plus you can still see just before the podcast, my daughter was here, and she still had bounds of energy.
So much.
It's insane. Like, you know, that they love the football, and
Yeah.
it really, you can see that they get a lot out of it, especially at that age.
Mhm. Sometimes they come in and they struggle to listen for 10 minutes to get the drill through, and then they're just messing it up, and it can be a bit frustrating. But by that point, I'm not sticking by the drill. I'm very free flowing with my session. If something's not working, I'm changing it very quickly into something they know how to do, so
as
that then
dynamic as possible.
because they don't like standing and listening to me. It's actually it's their worst nightmare, standing and listening to me gabbing on. So that, like, if something's not working, we're doing King of the Ring, or I'm trying to turn it into a game for them just to try and keep them engaged, because they've got very short attention spans.
And of course, your little sister Evie plays in the team. We've discussed that. What's that dynamic like? Do you find it easy to separate Coach Lucy from Big Sister Lucy?
No.
Uh,
No.
do you think you're harsher on her?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
gets it hard.
She gets it hard.
Like, that's what I said to her the other day. We were fighting about this. She doesn't just get it at football. She gets it in the car on the way to football, the car on the way home. She gets it in the house. Whereas everybody else leaves football and it's not spoke to about them for a good few days until they next see me on the Monday or on the Wednesday. But she gets it 24/7. And as it is something I need to work on, just putting it aside. But then she's always, can we go out the back and kick the ball? Can we go out the back and train? Can we do this? And I'm like, yes. And it's just trying to keep Coach Lucy in the bag when we're at the house, because it doesn't need to come out at that stage. But we fight about it all the time. It's an argument we have 24/7. My mum's sick of it.
That's brilliant. And how do you kind of like treat her? Does she get a little bit like tougher or any or special treatment?
She would say she gets it tougher. She does get it because my eye's always on her. I'm always watching. And as I've said to them, I can't watch all of you at the same time. I've not got 100 million eyes all over the place. So if I'm focusing on the defence, I can't see what's happening up here. So that's why I'm saying defence, you need to make sure you are getting up. You are bringing yourselves up by yourselves. You need to communicate, which they're getting better at. But Evie's in the middle of the park, so I'm like, wherever I am, I can still see along that one line where she is. So I'm always like, Evie do this, Evie do that. And I just need to work on a wee bit more positive towards Evie. She does get it a bit tough.
And how do you kind of approach the group as a whole? Are you more of a motivator? Are you like a Pep Guardiola and you're like micromanaging everything? Like how do you approach the team?
I'm very technical about how I do it. So if I notice one thing happening with one player, I'll address it to the full group. So like if we're working on, say one person has a really bad touch, then we'll work on it as a whole group. But if I'm thinking about on the football pitch on a Sunday, they're at the stage where they don't fully understand that they need to be getting up or they need to be creating triangles around the pitch. So I'm like, have a look, lift your head, take your touch, play the ball, look who's open. So at that stage I am still micromanaging, but it's getting to the stage where they're doing it themselves slightly.
It's good. Again, they're under 10, so still. You know,
most of them are still 8 or 9, so they're still learning.
Exactly. Have you coached? Is it only girls you've kind of coached at that under 10? Have you experienced working with any of the mixed teams or boys teams? Do you think there's any different approaches there?
Football wise, I've only done girls. I've only stuck with the same group throughout, from under 8s right through to where they are. But like multi-sports clubs, I go into the schools and coach. So when they're playing football, I need to think about how I'm splitting off the teams to make sure that it's not like all the teams I've got, say the girls that don't like to play football or some of the boys that don't like to play football. I always have to try and mix it to who does and who doesn't, and it is really, really tough because not everybody wants to play. And it's all about just keeping them engaged. And I've always said to the kids that come to like my after school clubs and things, we'll do like 10 minutes of football and that's it, because we'll play across the Golden River or things leading up to it, so that then I'm still keeping everybody engaged until that last 10 minutes when people don't want to do it, so I can have them playing maybe another game on the side. But football wise, only girls, so I've not came across the other side of the boys to see the difference.
Yeah. Well, we'll jump a wee bit into more you, take a wee bit away from the football side, but obviously, you know, you're only 19, you know, you're at uni, you're working as a waitress, you're doing the coaching. How do you balance all that and have time to yourself?
A nap.
Other naps or?
Fair enough.
A nap whenever I've got time.
Whenever you've got time.
If I have 20 minutes spare in my day, I'm going to sleep.
I respect that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Like.
That's the only way I balance it.
What are you currently studying at uni?
Sport coaching and development, down in Ayr.
Fair enough. Whereabouts?
Ayr.
Ayr. Right, so do you travel all the way down there?
Yeah, I travel twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yeah, it's only an hour and 15 minutes. It's alright.
Jeez. Okay. I thought you were maybe like at Harry Water or something.
Oh, no, I'm down at Ayr.
Down at Ayr. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long way out. And see, having a busy schedule like that, does that help you with the skills that you use in your coaching, like patience, time management, communication?
I've not got the best patience, but it's my time management it's it's good. I can reasonably work out how much I'm spending time on this and this, and planning. I'm really Google Calendar saves my life. It's my saviour. It's the only thing I ever use because it blocks out my day. So I'm planning this and that and this, and when I'm planning out my sessions, I'm not doing it on Google Calendar. I'm doing it on my note-taking app that I use for uni, to like draw out my diagrams and things like that. Draw out the pitches and where I'm setting things out where. So yeah, it is helping.
What's this note-taking app that you use?
Good Notes.
Good Notes, right?
Yeah, it's great.
No, I'm always intrigued with the next generation because didn't have things like that when I was at university.
You've still got pen and paper, mate.
Pen and paper?
I don't even carry it.
So, what do your friends make of your football life? Do they even ask you out on nights out because they're like, no, I should be playing football the next day? Or do they get involved and think you're mad for giving up your weekends and stuff?
Well, I don't drink.
Good,
so
good.
Yeah,
Glad to hear that.
Not good for you. They think I'm insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll be sitting in the restaurant on a Saturday, and I've got my notepad out and I'm planning my team for the Sunday, who I'm putting where, and I'm explaining it to whoever's next to me because I just need somebody to talk it through with me. I'll be like, I'm putting this player here, but they're going to move to there in the second, third, so that then this player can get a wee break because they played full game last week, and they think I'm mad. I
will say though, going back to the question about the balance, a drink wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
No.
No, I won't encourage that. Not on the podcast. None of us drink here. We're all healthy sport people. Honestly, are brilliant. Honestly, but obviously I've heard as well. You're doing the Edinburgh Marathon, aren't you?
I done it last year.
You done it last year.
I done it in May. Sorry.
That's my bad attention to detail, but that's obviously quite an incredible achievement. Then, so what kind of made you decide to do that, and would you do it again?
No.
That's a good straight answer. I like that.
When I turned 18, I made it my life goal to do something outside of my comfort zone every single year.
Right.
So I was being optimistic, and I was like, I want to do something big this year since it was my 18th. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go run a marathon. I thought it was going to be easy. It wasn't easy. It was really difficult actually. But yeah, I just decided, let's do it. Let's try something different. And
how did the training go for that, or was it a case of you didn't do enough training for it, or do you think no training can kind of prepare you for a marathon?
I was in the depths of uni assignments, and I was coaching all the time. I was working for Active Schools, so I couldn't manage. I was struggling with managing everything at the same time, so I wasn't getting out running as much as I wanted to. And then when I was doing the long runs but wasn't doing the recovery properly, so I didn't know enough. So maybe if I was to do it again, maybe I would focus more on the recovery and making time.
I thought you said you sleep all the time.
I do sleep, but it was the muscle.
Proper sleep.
It was the muscle stuff. I was just buying the new shoes, to be honest. With my guilty pleasure I was buying new shoes, running in them twice, and would never use them again.
Well, our previous guest Colin might have been a bit of use to you
maybe
at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, so you chose the British Dyslexia Association. Is that a charity that's close to you personally, or what else made you pick it?
My sister Sky, she's dyslexic, so as we went through school together, she struggled with the reading and the writing. And when she got tested, when I think she was maybe 8 or 9, she got tested through the school, and they supported her through the overlays, the coloured paper, all the things that she needs, and she still uses the coloured paper at college, and she still has her overlays in her bag. And I was like, it's such a great thing, and I've seen it personally, how it worked for her, and I was like, so many kids don't get recognised for it now, and they just put it down to...
And do you think dyslexia runs deeper than just like, oh, I can't read that, I'm going to move on? Do you think it personally does affect you? Because from my understanding growing up, everyone says, oh, I'm dyslexic, I can't read that, but then there is the kids with overlays and that, and you think how it might affect you personally. It's quite a big thing then.
It is, it's really big, and I think it's people push it to the side very often and use it as a joke, where it isn't a joke, it's like serious.
Yeah,
Like Sky struggled with in high school with studying and the whole reading the exam papers and things like that, but when she done her exams, she done really well in them as well. She used her overlays, she got her extra time and all the support that she needed, and I was just like, it needs more attention. So I done it, and I raised just over £1,000.
Brilliant, superb. Have you thought, you said you were not going to do another marathon. Have you got any thoughts of what you would want to do next?
Well, I'm going out to do Camp America next year.
Oh, brilliant.
So I'm going to coach football out in Connecticut from June till August.
So that's quite far out your comfort zone. And
That's really far out my
Yeah.
comfort zone, yeah. I'm really pushing it this year.
Brilliant. So did you get much support kind of from the local football community or your team with the fundraising and stuff?
I got Sonia to share it on the Facebook page. Well, it got shared on my mum's first, and then Sonia seen it, and Sonia was like, can I put this on the Facebook page? And I was like, yeah, sure, go for it.
And do we need to share stuff about, do you need to raise money for Camp America? Or?
Oh no, they fully fund everything that I'm doing.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Spot on.
That's brilliant. And did the marathon teach you anything about yourself?
That I can do hard things. I've always really stuck to my comfort zone and stayed in the same place because I was comfortable, but I've started like pushing myself into different things and not staying comfortable, because that's something that I really like, is to just be in my own comfort and stay because something's good. Whereas if I move somewhere else, I can always be somewhere better. There's not always a positive to staying where you are.
Yeah, no, definitely. 100%.
So, since it's Women and Girls in Sport Week, let's talk about the bigger picture. How important do you think it is to have more women coaching young girls in football? Because I certainly see it seems to be a lot of, it's like we say, Norrie and stuff like that, and Colin, it's all the guys.
Just dads, just
It's
like,
dads,
I'll do it, I'll
yeah,
jump
it's
in. Do you
dads.
know what I mean?
How important do you think is it to have more women in the coaching roles?
I think it's really, really important. They see us as role models, sorry.
Here goes the next question.
They see us as role models, and they see us going out and playing football and beating them, and they're like, oh, we want to be her. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, and well, how does it make you feel then about being a role model?
Really good. See, the most important thing for my team is they come in, they get a hug. I always ask them about their day, if they've had a good day or a bad day, because then it dictates the mood for training. If it's going to be a bad day, I'm going to stick to the more fun things, where if it's been a good day, I'm going to push them.
Push them hard.
Yeah.
Now, are you looking forward to them growing up, or is that going to make you sad?
I'm just waiting for the attitude to come with it. It will make me sad, but it really will when they're taller than me, and yeah. But the attitude that's going to come with it's going to be tough.
What barriers, if any, do you think still exist for some girls in the football, especially at the grassroots level?
I think the pathways are we're getting the opportunities, but pathways, most teams don't have a full-on pathway anymore. Just like Blackburn, we don't have the women's team, so it's slowly progressing. But once we get to the end, we've not got the final push of a women's team, but they're working on it, and I fully understand that. I just want it to come quicker.
But by the time you come back for Camp America, it should be.
Yeah, hopefully.
Be in place. Yeah, hopefully.
Definitely.
But definitely the pathways. Bathgate have just formed they've finished off their pathway by going from the Bathgate under 18s to Armadale Ladies.
Right.
They've all formed the pathway together, which I was looking at the other day, and I'm just like, that it's really good that they're tying them together. So
it doesn't matter
because it's
what type.
something.
No,
It's something that
fully
they obviously
restored,
can't offer with them having a grass park and using high schools for training. So just going in with Armadale, I think it's quite mature.
Yeah.
Because you know football can be really political. They're going like, let's take the politics out of it. We want to just give them the opportunity to go and do that.
You end up with cliques, like just in their towns and stuff like that. No, we're all part of the same West Lothian here. We're all trying to get the same place. So no, it's good to see. And like you said, well, when you're away, obviously the girls are going to miss you Donna's going to be. I'm definitely not getting
I've not
roped
told
into
them.
helping.
I've not told them yet.
You've not told them yet? Oh no.
So they're going to find out.
You're going to find out in the podcast.
Well, you've got until when do you release it? Friday.
Friday.
You've got until Friday.
I'm
to
not
tell
going to
them.
see them until Sunday, so
Oh, for God's
Oh,
sake!
no.
most of them will only get 10 minutes into this and they'll stop watching. So
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Probably.
Attention span.
they'll have to flick through TikTok. I'll need to put it in
Are
segments
you
for
just
them.
trying? Are you just trying to say that we're boring?
No, I'm just saying they don't have very good attention spans.
No. And well, next question then. Well, what would be your message then to parents and young girls who are maybe unsure about trying football?
Just get them into it. It's gonna make friendships for life. It's not all about the football. It's about the friends and the fun.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. So how does Blackburn United help promote opportunities for women and girls, and what makes this club a good environment for them to thrive in?
I just think it's how many people you meet. It's always about the friends. I still speak to most of my Blackburn friends. We always just have parties together and go out all the time. We done loads of fun days, and I want my girls to be the same. Go out on fun days and things like that. And I was speaking to one of the parents, one of the girls that used to play with Evie at the start. She's just had the opportunity to go to Hearts Academy.
Brilliant.
And it was all because their team went out and played Hearts. Where if they're at the ability and the advancedness to go and play teams like Hearts, Glasgow City and things like that. So she's getting the opportunity to get scouted by these coaches, and they're seeing how hard she works and they're saying we want her. So she's getting the opportunity to go to the Hearts Academy, but she's also still training at Blackburn.
Yeah.
So she's getting the exposure to both, which I think is incredible. It's so good.
What's the worst thing about coaching a girls' team?
That's a hard question. What's
Or
the
should we
worst?
say the hardest thing rather than the worst? The hardest thing.
I don't think I can find you one. I love them. I love all of them. And I don't think there is a hard thing.
You meant to say the parents.
I've never had a bad experience with a parent.
Oh, that's-
Never.
Well, there's still time for that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's still a long time.
Definitely.
I always rope the parents into doing things. They're running my fundraising committee and I've always got them out helping.
It's probably as you get older though, because they'll be like, oh, like right now, oh, it's just young Lucy. See, you'll know when you get old because they'll just turn around one day and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
When did that change?
You used to like me.
Definitely. Well, what's next for you then? Do you see yourself going further in coaching, maybe managing older age groups, or are you just kind of happy to volunteer for
Do
the
you think
girls
when you get into Camp America, you'll end up coaching across there and just not come back?
Oh, hopefully.
Or you'll get picked up by like the Toronto team or Miami or
Miami.
I've just done my 1.3 with
Right,
the
1.3.
SFA, so I was given the opportunity to do a VIP course, which is Volunteer Inspire programme. So they paid for my 1.1, 1.2, 1.3
Brilliant.
and first aid courses and communication courses and all that. So the graduation for that's in a couple of weeks. Finished that. As of right now, I don't need to get UEFA badges or anything, so I think I'll hold off on that right now, but maybe in the future we'll look into that. I would, if I got the opportunity to do maybe a senior team or go across to some other teams in Blackburn or even anywhere else, I would probably say yes.
Yeah. What would you do with your degree then? Because obviously maybe like initially going in with a senior team after your UEFA badges, it's voluntary, or you maybe on like £40 a week or something. So what do you maybe want to do with your degree when you finish that up?
So I need to do a postgraduate education to be a PE teacher, active schools coordinator kind of
That's
bracket.
just a year though, isn't it?
Yeah, just a year. So I've got 2 more years to go after this year, and then I'll have my postgrad to do. So yeah.
That's good then, definitely.
So we've talked, you about getting back in yourself competitively. Do you see yourself eventually playing?
I think if I was to find the right team, the right teammates, the right place, I would.
Yeah, so
I
you're
would
not
say yes.
actively searching, but if the opportunity comes
Yeah,
up, you're going to take it.
Yeah. Need to find somewhere close. I don't have to be travelling other places.
Definitely. Well, what are your goals for when you go to America then? Are you just kind of there for the experience, or do you want to come back and be like, I've achieved that, or just anything really?
I just want to go over for the experience, just to go over there and see how football works over there, because it's obviously very different for both cultures. So I'd quite like, well, they play like inter-tournaments, so they play across different camps and things. So the one I'm going to is in Connecticut, so they travel around like New York and Connecticut and other places around Connecticut, sorry, and play different camps. So I'm getting to travel a little bit whilst I do that. So hopefully if I just go over there, get the experience coaching with different cultures, different kids, good for the CV, maybe they would like to keep me.
I'm sure Evie might have something to say about that.
Oh no, yeah, she knows that I'm going away,
right, okay.
but I've told her to just keep it.
How did that conversation go down?
Tears.
Oh.
You're going to have to check your suitcase when you leave though, you realise
yeah,
that. Like,
I won't have any clothes, so she'll be there.
So, finally, if you could give, before we go into the quick fire questions, if you could give yourself, if you go back 10 years, give yourself, your 9-year-old self, one bit of advice about football and life, what would it be?
Don't stay in the same place forever. Adventure.
Adventure.
Yep.
I like that.
Is that you having a dig at Blackburn or
No.
or Whitburn?
No. Just try new things.
Try new things.
Good
Good.
stuff.
Yeah.
We'll do the quick fire round then.
Yes. VAR, keep it or bin it.
Bin it.
Rangers win the Champions League or Scotland win the World Cup?
Rangers win the Champions League.
Good answer.
3G or grass.
3G.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Android or Apple.
Apple.
Ice cream or chocolate?
Ice cream.
French pleat or ponytail.
French plate.
Men or women's football?
Women's.
What a silly question.
Dream personal achievement.
To get a Scotland cap.
That's a nice answer.
I like that.
And what's your dream achievement for Blackburn?
To progress into the leagues and play teams like Rangers and Celtic and things.
Oh, brilliant. Well, anyways, listen, it's been really good having you on. Like, so again, as I always say with the guests from the women's side of the game, it's good insights into an area which we don't really touch on so much. So thanks for sharing your stories, and it's just thanks as well for everything you're doing for the girls of Blackburn and out with as well.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Best of luck with your coaching and your studies and Camp America. I'm sure everybody, especially Evie, will miss you terribly. And we look forward to seeing you pitch side very soon.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Lucy. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next week, where I think we might have a very special
We've
guest.
got a very special. Will we tell them, or will we keep it in the quiet?
I don't know. Should we? I don't know.
Yeah, let's keep it quiet.
Let's keep it quiet. We might, or pay attention for a little.
I'll make it well known that I've organised it though, but we'll keep it quiet.
Good stuff, guys. We'll see you all next week. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
Yep, see you later.